An important element of self-awareness is understanding who you are when communicating, especially in times of communication when there's conflict, hard conversation, or giving feedback. And what I mean by understanding who you are is you can be one of two people when communicating in those types of situations. You can be the person who's driven by emotion, and when you're driven by emotion, you rarely get to understanding, and often there's lack of clarity. And most of the time, relationships aren't built. But when you're driven by the compass of the person of who you want to be, you get to mutual understanding, you usually get to clarity, and oftentimes you get to resolution. Two skills to help you understand and develop who you are in communication, especially in those times of conflict, hard conversation, and feedback, are the skills of reality testing and impulse control. So reality testing is communicating from a place where you're talking about what's fact and what is. You're not communicating from a place of a mental model that you had from a prior experience or filters or assumptions that you've placed on the person that you're communicating with. So when you communicate from fact and what is, you get to clarity and understanding and mutual understanding very quickly. But when you communicate from an old mental model or you communicate from filters that you've placed on the person, you don't get clarity. You usually get miscommunication and the relationship deteriorates. The other skill is impulse control. And impulse control is really communicating from a space and place of rationale and reasoning in response to a situation. When you have low impulse control, you're usually driven by the emotion. And then you get lack of clarity, broken relationships, broken communication, and usually no resolution. But when you communicate from a place of reasoning and rationale, that means you've thought out and decided how you want to communicate. So when you have high reality testing and high impulse control and very skilled at those things, you build greater relationships, you solve problems much faster, and you bring clarity to the rooms that you're in. TL Speaks. Let's get it. Let's go.